What's going on? It's your boy Cho with Q4, and I'm just a random guy that hates seeing people post. So I'm here to share two foundational things about financial freedom. One of those things is knowing where every dollar goes, always. And in other words, you can just say that's budgeting. You cannot master money until you measure it. Wealth doesn't just start with income, it starts with awareness. How can you become self-aware to make positive changes in your life? Track what you earn, spend, save, and invest. Have intention with everything that you do. You should try your best to earn. That's why you pay financial advisors, planners, accountants to give you a summary. But if you don't have that at the moment, how do you know what the summary of your financial disasters? One of the main things I feel you should do is track what you earn, spend, save, and invest. You have to be intentional. Don't look at budgeting as something bad. You budget not because you're broke, but because you're building power. You're building something for the future. You have something you're looking for. It can be a goal with your kids. It can be a goal with your family. It can be a goal with your significant others. It can be just a vacation. But how can you get there if you don't track every dollar? It's crucial you don't let money happen to you. You tell it where to go. Give it direction. A lot of the times people just let life happen to them. You don't want to be that person. Even I fall victim of being that person at times. But having that awareness snaps you out of it in the fastest sense. As fast as you can, as fast as possible. You should have a mindset shift. I'm the CFO of my life. CFO means Chief Financial Officer. Understanding all the finances, every dollar is an employee. And when you think about it like that, do you not want to cater to your employees if that's how your business runs? You want to show attention to your employees. You want to shower them in love. You want to let them be known that they are appreciated, that they are valued. So why you can't do the same with every dollar that you have? That's the type of mindset shift you want to have. And I'm not saying it's easy, but you want to start trying to build that habit. If you don't give it a job, it's unemployed. Think about any worker that's at a job. If it's not told what to do, if it's not doing anything and it has no direction, most of the time they getting laid off, right? But look at your dollars like that. You don't want to let your dollars just wither away. You want to keep them employed. Tell every dollar where to go. Same thing if you got employees. You may have an employee in the wrong position. Find that position for your employees to thrive. Because at the end of the day, you are CEO of your life. Everything that happens, you have to know how to respond. You got to know how to react. If you're in a financial hardship, you have to learn to adapt the habit of blaming yourself. What could you have done better? What could you have done different? How can I be better than the man I was yesterday? Some things aren't as urgent, and some things, responsibilities change depending on where you are in life, right? Things could change in a heartbeat. Somebody that you love could be sick. Somebody that you love could have passed. Somebody that you love could just have the best news ever, right? Engagement, life, success, just so many different things, right? So it's just always trying to be on top of building proper habits, being on top of building positive habits, because you can't always control what happens in your day, week, month, year, life, but you can control how you respond. Some of the times we are all ignorant on how we respond to certain things, but it doesn't mean you can't change. A lot of us are ignorant with budgeting. A lot of us are ignorant with how we spend money. But that does not mean you cannot change. Learn how to change these habits if you want things to change. Highlight is own more than you owe and make what you own pay you. The biggest principle is asset over liabilities. It's literally a podcast that's so popular right now, that's so well known, Earn Your Leisure, where their logo is literally assets over liabilities. Shout out to Troy, Rashad, and Ian. They really have taken that podcast to another level. Financial freedom isn't just about saving, it's about ownership. Own assets, own stocks, real estate, businesses, and skills. You can invest in yourself, become an asset. When you see an entrepreneur, that's basically them making their own self an asset. Are they needed? Are they filling a void in the market? So how can you invest in certain skills? How can you put money into those skills? Not going to the bar, not wasting it on bags and shoes, unless you are already financially stable. If you're financially stable, financially free, and you're able to own those stocks, real estate, businesses, go ahead. Bad debt, credit card subscriptions, things you can change. It's certain things you can control. How much do you eat out? How many days do you go to the club? How many times do you go to the bar? How much money are you spending at the bar? Do you have a budget for what you're spending at bars? That's a big question. You need to know the assets you own must produce income. Even with photography, videography, if I buy a camera, can it make more than what I paid for it? Let the asset make more than what you put in. Any equipment I buy, my plan is for it to generate more income in the future. As I hone my skills, I hope to have a great return on my investment. I'm hoping I have a great return on my investment into my craft, into my skills, and even other skills that I plan on developing. In the financial realm, how can I become better at being a public speaker? How can I have better word choice when I'm speaking? Those are things I think about. I read books. I'm trying to read up on language, trying to read up on vocab. There's a plethora of things you can do to invest in yourself and your skills, and I think that's big. Personal development, right? Become attractive in life. But the key is you invest in skills that increase your income potential. That's one of the main things that I was trying to highlight. Invest in skills that increase your income potential, because some of the times that can be unlimited. Some of these skills, you never know where it could take you once you hone your craft and become great at it. It doesn't happen in 1 year. It doesn't happen in a short time frame. Look at all the greats that make it to the NFL, NBA. Yes, it looks like they're a freak athlete, but they've been playing basketball for over 5, 10 years before making it to the NBA. It takes time. One of the goals should be learning how to leverage money to build things that make money without your constant time. It means you being able to delegate certain tasks that's going to generate more money. Learning how to delegate is one of the biggest skills. If you learn how to delegate, you'll have more free time for yourself. Think about your life right now. If everything is dependent on you, your life can look chaotic. Some days it might feel like it's too much. You have to delegate tasks, errands to keep going. If you had to pick up your kid from school at 3 o'clock, you also had to get your grandma some groceries by 3:30. Now you in traffic, now you in a school zone. It looks like being late. Your kid doesn't come out at 3 o'clock. You can feel pressured at that moment. Let's say you had somebody to get groceries, or you ordered on Amazon for Whole Foods to bring food to your grandma. So you don't have to stress and you can be present picking up your kid from school. That's the reason why learning how to delegate can be such a valuable skill, but it's very hard and it does require money a lot of the times. Cause who taking on tasks for free, right? A mindset shift you can have is, if my money isn't working harder than I am, I'm still poor. If you're working yourself like a dog for money, you're not financially free. Financially stable is you being able to have a budget, you being able to relax, right? For example, I got a simple budget that I learned when I was in college, and it was a 20-20-30-30 breakdown. 20% goes to your car, right? 20% goes to you. 30% goes to your house, 30% goes towards investing. The biggest key they said is make sure 30% to investing is first. So put that 30% to the side. Let's say you make $1,000, $300 to the side. Now you got a crib. Let's say it's $300 for the crib, $200 for the car, $200 for you to splurge. Now you can spend $200 without blinking an eye. And if you ever want to splurge more, take from your car or housing, but never from investing. A lot of the poor habits that we were instilled to have is we will take from the investing so we can have more money for ourselves in this moment and live our greatest life in this moment. But then 10 years later, you're trying to work for those years that you neglected putting in the saving, putting in the time to learn how to develop these habits and skills. One of the best things that one of my uncles have told me is don't waste your 20s just having fun. A lot of people waste their 20s having fun, living the best life, but then in their 30s, they have to make up their whole 30s set in their 40s because they spent the time BSing in their 20s. So I'm just trying to give another perspective, right? I could be wrong, but I agree. Let's say you spend your 20s developing skills, be the best you to be set by 30. And now you're able to enjoy yourself for the rest of your life, God willing. But you don't want to be that person at 20, then at 30 you have nothing in your name. You have nothing that you're able to claim that you own, right? You have no assets. You're just full of liabilities at 30 years old. It's so common and it's so easy to fall victim. I fall short every day in certain areas, but try your best. That's all I want to do is share the knowledge so you can try your best to not follow the crowd, so you can go down that narrow road of becoming great that a lot of people ignore, right? And the main thing to change this is knowing how to budget. A lot of people are ignorant of budgeting, and it's not surprising when you see the cause and effect of the ignorant habits that you may have performed, and then you look at why you in this situation. You got yourself in the situation. It's a lot of people who say I've been struggling all my life, and a lot of the times it's mainly due to you. Somewhere down the line you may have made a mistake. Of course things happen in life, and I'm not saying it don't, but you have to look in the mirror and be able to say, you messed up, you dropped the ball, and how can you do better? Thank you. All right, y'all, it's your boy Cho with Q4. I thank y'all for joining and tuning in. Hope y'all able to get some gems, and I hope to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. Much love and respect. Gone.